Hopefully you can see me and hear me properly. Oh, I was gonna do this instead. Sorry. Well, hopefully you can all see me. Whoever joins this stream, this random stream from this dude drawing stuff on the internet, and you can hear me. I'm going to check the sound. I'm actually going live way outside of my schedule right now. I couldn't log in before, and I couldn't stream before because I was doing other things. Apologies for that. I'm going to try to stay within my regular schedule as much as I can, even though I have to do other things, so that's usually why I can stream. Anyway, beyond that point, onto the subject of today's stream. I might do a shorter stream because I'm streaming later. We'll see how this goes. Last time I drew this tiger that you can see right here. Also, if you join the stream by any chance, please let me know if you can hear me. Hopefully you can hear me properly, and this is working. Hi Stephanie, Happy New Year. Thanks for joining. I thought that maybe you wouldn't join because it's later. So what's up? That's a terrible name, dude. Okay, so Happy New Year, by the way. I don't know if I said it. I'm tired, sleep deprived, and oh, okay, I see. Yeah, for me, for context, for me it's 10 p.m. So yeah, and yeah, a little bit rough for me. All right, I'm going to, as usual, do my first few shots. Oh, I'm drawing this this animal here. This rhinoceros. Yeah. Yeah, let's see how it goes. Sometimes it goes well, sometimes it doesn't. I actually this time, because I wasn't that fully in tune with my abilities, I think I chose an easier picture than usual, or an easier subject matter. Uh, Not because drawing a rhino is easy. I'm not saying it's easy. It's just that the angle of the picture makes it way more simple to deal with. Okay, let's see how this goes. Like, and I also, during the holidays, like, I move things around, and now some of the stuff, it's like weird in weird places or stuff like that. I don't know. Let's see. Anyway, hope that all y'all had a great time during the holidays. I tried to have the best time I could. But keep in mind that because I'm an immigrant, I'm away from my family, the same as my wife. So yeah, we did have fun. We saw some friends part of the holidays, but not specifically the holidays themselves. But anyway, besides this point, let's try to do this. Trying to do two things at once is way well. I'm doing three things at once. Well, wait, four things at once. Should That should be enough for the first shot. Yeah, for if you're the first time watching my stream, this might seem super random, but it's gonna make sense in a bit. Or if you go to my profile, you can see what I'm doing. All right, so that goes there. I think the head should get to like around this point. I don't even know how much tension I want to create, because it's really about to touch the other side of the page. And the other thing, I have to be careful because I'm looking at the drawing from an angle, so you get a little bit of distortion. So let's see how I can accommodate for that. Also, feel free to ask questions if you have any questions about what the heck I'm doing. I'm doing something that I don't actually recommend doing, is committing to, because I'm using a pen. If you do it with a pencil, you're fine. Committing to a hard line, yes, I'm a little bit more confident, because this is just a profile. So if you get the profile overall correct, the image should follow suit. But we'll see how this turns out. So that's the other ear, and actually I cut the rhino's ear on this one. His other ear goes to like around there. So if you're into learning how to draw, I would actually recommend you try to draw like as much as you can with the page facing your eyes. If you do it on an angle, that's what I was mentioning, you can get a little bit of distortion. And if you're doing like a bigger format than what I'm doing right now, like the bigger the format, the more distortion you can get. That's why when you're doing like a mural, they do this grids. I don't know if you've seen how they do that, but yeah, you use grids in order for the drawing to stay proportion within proportions. And that's also why you see artists, I don't know if you can see it right there, but that thing in Spanish is called atril. I don't know in English how you call it, but the reason that you put the painting in front of you is because of what I'm saying, because that way you don't have visual distortion, and it's easier to accommodate for that. I don't know if I mentioned that before, but yeah. Again, my wrist is acting up a little bit. Yeah. I wasn't expecting that to happen by having a kid. Like I think it's a consequence of carrying our baby around. And like I think I got too confident that I could just one arm carrying our baby all the time, and maybe I was too confident, and that that can get your wrist all messed up. And it's not like my wrist didn't had already a bunch of issues to begin with because of, yeah, years of using this freaking thing that you like. Don't use this. If you can get a freaking tablet. Oh, where did you go? There you go. There you are. So get a freaking tablet whenever you can. Use this type of thing. Or there's also like ergonomic mouses that kind of work like this. Actually, I don't know if this would work for this one. Curious. Can I move it around like flying? No. It has to have some sort of. Well, my point is, as much as possible, stay away from the mouse. If you use it a lot, like full time job, a lot, uh, then yeah, you might get into issues with your carpal tunnel syndrome. Yeah, it varies, and if you're careful, you should be fine most of the time. But uh, it's worth to be careful. Like I've heard of people losing their, like, when I was in film school. I remember a teacher talking about a student that lost her ability to use her hand. Uh, so yeah, that's basically end of a career right there. Yeah, yeah, probably. You mean the, like, the strap, that type of thing, sling? Let me check that out. Is second language. Apologies. Sling. Let me see. Let me check that. Oh yeah, yeah. We have one of those, but I was like, first off, I'm a big dude, so in the beginning I wasn't as comfortable uh, keeping our baby like with that thing on. And the other thing, I was like, yeah, this is not my vibe. So I wanted to get one of those. I call them like tactical baby backpacks type things, and we have one. But for the everyday thing, it's not as comfortable, or you don't use it. You use it more like to go outside, and because you was smaller, like, you basically don't want to use that before, like, I think 6 months. Like right now, it's fine. We can use it. But before that, you would use what you mentioned, and yeah, it didn't quite fit with me. So now what I'm thinking, and my wife was mentioning, is to use it like on the side, so just to hold her. I think that would help Yeah, yeah, it's a rhino. I really like rhinos, and it's visible there. But I made like, yeah, this is I I I don't want to get into the weaves of this, but I made that piece of art back there. It's supposed to be my country's what's it called? Geological map, or yeah, just the map of my country, and I turned it into a rhino, uh, for reasons that I will not get into. But yeah, I really like rhinos. They're awesome creatures. They're kind of um, short, short eyesight. They cannot see very well, but they have great hearing. And there's also this thing that happens to them, which is kind of sad, uh, because of the reality of the creature. They bond with their uh, like their mom or parents. So if you separate them from whoever's raising them, they get super stressed out, and it's like a known fact that they tend to die of stress. And so they're really like, even though I guess they can be, they're more like intimidating rather than actually super violent. uh, so they're like a really uh, odd contradiction, because even though they have this tough outer shell, they seem to be like really connected to each other. Um, yeah. So when they raise them in captivity, it's a super delicate balance, because they can really get super stressed out fairly easy, and there's nothing you can do. They die. It actually, I heard, I think of two different rhinos that they were raised uh, in captivity, and like their caregivers had to leave them for, I don't know, for whatever reason, to go elsewhere for a period of time, and they passed away in two different occasions, two different rhinos. And yeah, I don't know, I find them fascinating. Like I'm making stuff up right now. Actually, I should make another shot, because oh, come on, hand. I almost didn't stream today again, because of like I'm still getting back into everything, and I don't know. I didn't have the best few last few days, weren't all that great. But let's see. And I'm also trying to edit the the blog that I did a few weekends back. I was supposed to film something this weekend, but I didn't. Okay. So I have Two, three shots already. Okay, cool, 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 cool. Yeah, that's good enough for today in terms of the of the filming. Um, oh, how much time am I? 21 minutes. I'll see how much I can deal. I've also been waking up really early, so yeah, it has been. Sorry. Um, me yawning all throughout. What? You use color too, or just outlines? Um, yeah, usually, if you've seen my stuff before, um, but lately I've been sticking to this sort of stuff. Even though like a few drawings back, I don't really like this one, but I made this one. Um, it's from a reference that I got, also from Unsplash. I I didn't mention on this one, but this was taken by, you probably can see it there, Charles Durand. Shout out to Charles Durand over on Unsplash. You can find that same picture and use it. Thank you, appreciate it. So yeah, if you see, this is like, I don't know how many drawings I've done, but I don't know, I'm over 400 uh, for sure on this uh, endeavor of sorts. In the beginning, I was doing like, I was trying to do a challenge to do one per day, but yeah, it got to a point that like, okay, I think it's good to take a break for mental health, uh, like weekends and that sort of thing. Yeah, it it's certainly not easy. I did like, I think I did like 300 or something. But the thing is, like, I'm not PewDiePie famous. Like, he did like a 300 day challenge from 0 to 300, and yeah, he already has a platform and everything. He didn't draw before. Um, I haven't seen the video, but I saw that he put out a video about that. I was like, yeah, that's basically what I was doing, but he already has a huge platform, so it's way easier for him to capitalize on that. Anyway, my point is, the reason I started it was to basically kind of to have an excuse to do the stuff I like doing. Uh, I've been an illustrator since 2009, and as it happens with certain things, the more you do something, the more work you find around it. And in the profession, it actually, this is, the measurement is off, but anyway, it's easier to find work around. Yeah. Yeah, I am I'm well, a CG artist and an illustrator. Um, yeah, you can check out my website if you want. I made this illustrated deck of cards. Oh, this one got a little bit dirty. Anyway, but I made this deck of cards that is on I sell it on my website. It's about my country and so on. Yeah. and I have a bunch of stuff there that you can see. Um, trying to find my own uh, groove. I guess I really like concept art for film, but I don't know. That seems so far from where I'm at right now. Not because of I don't feel I can have things to give into that world, but on the one hand, there's a lot of things changing in the industry with artificial intelligence for once, and I've been kind of an outsider for some time, even though I work in visual effects for a bit. I haven't been like fully on that world for a while. So a lot of it is that if you have the connections, you can. It's easier to get in than to try to get in as an outsider, unless you're like a I don't know really well known and somebody requests your work. What's my website? It's well, you can look me up, Ronald Segovia. I mean, I'm speaking nonsense. I'm too sleepy right now. Give me a second. Yeah, ronaldsegovia.com. You can look that up, and yeah, there's my portfolio, my deck of cards. Let me just see if I can show it here. Uh, 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 there you go. Sorry, apologize for the time this this takes, but yeah, then is ronaldsegovia.com, and I have my portfolio and a short about and my I think I never went through this before. My illustrated deck of cards that you can see right there. I have the video of the process I went through to make it. Like that's before I produced it, and but now it's actually I have a bunch available in Florida still, and yeah, some in my home country too. Um, so what other stuff? Hard to see because I'm trying to show you and I minimize the. So these are like phone backgrounds that you can purchase if you like. I was looking for products that I could make with my artwork, and I like those. These are uncut sheets for the deck of cards, and stuff about my portfolio: illustration, concept art, 3D animation, small business, and commercial work. Anyway, that's my website. I really don't think I mentioned that before. I mentioned that I have a website, but I haven't shown that before on stream. I've shown it on videos, but briefly I think. Anyway, let's try to get this across the finish line for now. And I also think I should curate some of the stuff in my profile. Yeah, I do. I think I do. Now you I'm wondering. Oh, you're writing from Kick? Okay, okay, okay. Um, I don't think I updated that there. Yeah, you're right. I should add that there. I have it on my other socials, but I don't think I made like that much of a change on that profile. Um, I will. I'm also not monetized in any platform. Well, let me rephrase that. I'm monetized on one platform, but it hasn't like it gives you penny change basically. Um, come on, here you go. I make a mistake there, but also I mentioned a lot that if you're gonna draw details, you don't have to do the entire thing. You can kind of suggest certain things. You don't have to go over it for each little thing. Uh, you can do uh, parts of it that kind of suggest what is going on, especially when you're doing this kind of thing with a pen, and because you can. Well, if you try it for yourself, you'll see. If you are going to draw a face and the person is smiling, for instance, the teeth, if you draw every teeth, it's gonna look weird. If you're trying to do something realistic, it's counterintuitive, but yeah, you can just suggest the teeth and it's gonna look better than if you draw each and every one of them. I think that should be okay. Like I'm overdoing it right now. I don't know if I want to shade it. I'm going to try to shade a little bit and I'll do the rest tomorrow. The music go off. Always with that song, it's kind of. Uh, it's okay. I checked something here. I just. Yeah, better. At least for me. Okay. I don't know if I'm going to start doing like. I don't want to lose the run I've been doing lately. So maybe I'll stick to images because if I'm doing a stream, it's I have to think of multiple things at the same time, and if I'm doing like a free, uh, like from imagination, unless I have a plan before I start doing it, then I'm like trying to accommodate for too many things at the same time. Where the heck? Ah, okay. Here it is. Actually turned it off because I was cold, and now it's like an oven here. I don't know if it's the light or what it is, but so if you're into drawing, I would try out this thing of using a pen to draw. No. If you check out my portfolio, I have a bunch of other stuff. Like I also made this, for example, this chihuire, a capybara, carpincho. The yeah, it's really cartoonish. It's heavily stylized. So I do from heavy stylized stuff up to like realistic things. And I guess as I mentioned, because I my main focus for my profession has been in the periphery or around illustration. I guess I haven't doubled down on my niche. You couldn't find my website. That's I don't know. It's ronaldsegovia.com. Uh, yeah. Let me see if I can. I'll just post it here. There you go. Well, hopefully you can see it. Anyway, I don't know why you couldn't find it. It's I don't know. But that's my life. I made my website as well. So yeah, I don't know. Maybe it's something related to Google not indexing my website or something. I don't know. This this internet thing, it changes from one day to another. And now with the AI stuff, oh, that song is so cheesy. Okay, I'll go. Thank you. Well, I try to do what I can, the best I can. But yeah, I mentioned it before, but the reason I lean towards using a pen is because I actually wanted to become a tattoo artist. I actually have, well, back home I have like a starting tattoo kit, like my machine and everything. Uh, well, yeah, I actually looked into having like a. Usually you get like a. I was gonna say tutor, but it's not like somebody that takes you under the wing and they teach you their ropes and I actually found one in Miami, but the guy told me that, like, oh, we don't like this kind of stuff. It's not paid. I can teach you, but it's not paid. You have to learn the ropes, and I couldn't do that. Yeah, it's different. That's right. But there's some people that practice using a pen, and you put the grip on the pen, and you use it like that, which makes it, like, it actually makes it really comfy. But I don't have a grip, and like I haven't done tattooing in a really long time. Yeah. They actually, there is a, I've seen it, that they use the pen thing, the little thing, cone thing. They put it on the machine, and they do a drawing using that to practice too. Um, yeah, I wish I thought of that when I was practicing in the beginning. The well, I did have like I did do a few tattoos, but really small things, nothing uh, all that big or of notice, just to test the waters, sort of thing. And yeah, got some practice there, but it's not the same as like taking on a few clients. Like I did one or two of those, but yeah, something I didn't pursue, and it takes some time to come on again. It takes some time to kind of become like a, well, it takes some time to become a master at anything. So I think tattoo artists usually spend years learning the ropes, and I guess there are others that kind of do like a course now, that before that wasn't as common as now, I guess. So I have multiple interests, uh, but overall art, and yeah, I'm an illustrator and CG artist professionally. I think also, depending on the place you're born, that changes kind of certain opportunities that you have access to. Because, for example, what I mentioned about the Miami opportunity that I'm talking about to learn the ropes about tattooing, uh, yeah, it would be easier if I were there, from there rather. But like I have to be making money, so I would have to have like two jobs, and like one unpaid, maybe when I was younger, but not as an older dude. It didn't The math wasn't mathing, basically. And I do have, like, I know how to do this sort of thing. It's more about the technical stuff, and yeah, that's basically that's how I practiced in the beginning. Like I have a tattoo that I made myself. It's an awful tattoo, but uh, I made it. Um, and also I tattoo a couple friends, like really small things. As I said, just to learn the ropes a little bit. But I didn't. That's on me that I didn't pursue it like all full time. I guess one of the things is that I'm not that social. So for that, I guess you need to be more social than what I am. Yeah, exactly. You get like a memorabilia. Uh, like I'm pretty sure even if you don't see that friend in a long time, you can definitely remember him or her or whoever by, like, you can remember that person. That's one of the things I really like about tattoos in general. That uh, it's like your own piece of art that you carry with you, no matter the context where you're at. Sort of a reminder. So that's kind of one of the reasons I got interested in that, of the symbology. Yeah, I yeah, I heard so. Um, I don't know. Maybe that's a venue I have to pursue. That hasn't I haven't uh, followed that uh, consistently. The thing is, here was my holdback, and for your consideration. Oh, I see. Well, yeah, it's good to draw for fun. Uh, well, what I was saying is that, for example, my mom, because I was interested in this ever since, I don't know, I was in finishing high school and I was interested in this. So I thought, well, I'll study illustration, and if I can, try to get into tattooing. And my mom was so against that part. Like, she's fine with me uh, being within the, like, art in general. She's an architect, so she's fine with that. Uh, but she was like, "Yeah, tattooing, like, you have that's so much responsibility that you're putting something permanent on somebody else's skin." And yeah, she was heavily against it. So I don't know. Maybe that was part of the influence. And I was like, maybe, like, I don't really. If I really think about it, I don't want to have the responsibility of somebody else's bad tattoo. On the well, best worst scenario. On an, like, even worse scenario is, for example, cases of people getting like an infection from a tattoo. Yeah, No thanks. No thanks. Like, who wants to have that responsibility? And maybe now that I'm older, I think about that stuff a lot. Uh, yeah. So there's money in it. Yeah, there's a lot of money in it, but there's also a lot of, yeah, there's a lot of responsibility. There's ways to erase it. Actually, you can using lasers. There's You can do that, but I don't think it works 100%. It can get you, I don't know, 80% there, kinda. Oh yeah, that's yeah, that's the other reason why I use uh, a pen, or I started using a pen way back when, because yeah, you cannot erase with a tattooing machine. Having said this, when you're tattooing, you're using a stencil. So the person, like, you use transfer paper, you pass it on to the skin. Then once you have that, then you tattoo uh, what you already did, or you draw it with a marker and then tattoo that. Um, so there's ways to minimize any mistakes, but there's some, like, for example, like getting specialized in realistic portraits. Well, you better bring your technique up quite a bit, uh, because I've seen, well, we've all seen it on the internet, horrible tattoos, like, oh, this is my grandma, or this is my aunt, or I don't know, girlfriend, or whatever. And yeah, terrible tattoos. And one of the reasons is that one thing is to draw on a page, another completely different thing is to draw on somebody. If you're gonna make something permanent for that person, trace it. Like, it's a common, super common practice. Like, you, let's say you want to get this rhino. I wouldn't, unless you want this specific drawing that I just did here. Uh, I wouldn't do it this way. If you want that rhino that you can see on the picture, I would trace that one and make the stencil out of that one, because then there's no, like, what I am putting on somebody's skin is exactly what I'm getting from the image that the client brought. And yeah, because it's, when it comes to tattoos, it's not about the artist, it's about the client and what that person wants, because they're the ones who are gonna have to deal with that for however many years they have that tattoo. And so you have to be really thoughtful of that. So what happens with bad portrait tattoos is that they try to do this. They try to, like, you're trying to draw, like, there's no, let me draw it by hand. No, unless you're doing, like, actually I have, speaking of which, I have this is a sticker from a tattoo shop around here. uh, Unless you're doing something stylized like this, um yeah, just trace the damn thing. uh, Nobody wants to have a horrible tattoo on their skin. Uh, oh, it's supposed to be my aunt. Oh, okay. Doesn't look like her, but okay. Nobody wants that. So yeah, if you see the really good, maybe there are some artists that, oh, um, Da Vinci and Michelangelo and Donatello and all, all the everyone put together in one, and they do it by hand. I think they're taking a risk. Trogdor, eh? I'm looking for that. So it's like a yeah. I'm cautious about reading uh, messages. So it's like a character. I, I haven't seen this before. That's funny. That's probably a really cool tattoo. Yeah. I don't know if you know. Well, I don't know how much you. Well, if you have tattoos, maybe you know some about it. Uh, now this looks so cool. I want one of this. It's really funny. Uh, what the heck? Stop working? I don't know. What happened? Um, what was I saying? Oh, okay. That's really funny. Well, if I don't know how much you're into tattoos and such, but there's a style of people that get tattoo like this. Um, they call it like fridge tattoos, like magnets, like fridge magnet tattoos. So there's like a bunch of different random things, just randomly all over. Um, so yeah, there's a lot of people that do that kind of thing. There's others that if they have like I don't know thousands and thousands of dollars, they spend it on doing like I'm doing my whole back. I'm doing a phoenix. The human enigma. Now I have to look that up. There's a really old image, a image movie called The Illustrated Man. No, no. That he, yeah, like he got like this. This is full body modification. I'm talking like just regular people getting like look look for fridge tattoos. Like
Guys,
fridge
if you haven't hit
magnet
that
tattoos.
follow,
What the
trying to reach that goal for today.
fuck is going on here? Uh, something activated there. Probably this got cut off. Yeah, I'm not surprised. Give me a second. might actually end the stream soon. It's been an hour already, so it's random. Like when I go live on TikTok, it randomly cuts off for whatever reason. Oh god. No, no. Okay. Alright. I'm back on my stream. Okay, cool. Let's pause that for a second. Yeah. Okay. So I was talking about I mean, I'm going to look that up because I don't know if in English it's the same term. Uh, you like the drawing? Yeah, they don't. Uh, they kind of show what I'm talking about, but not quite. Well, yeah. Like this kind of thing. Let's see if I can open a new tab. Nah. This is silly what it says on the image, but I'm talking about this kind of thing. There's a bunch of random things on top of somebody's arm. So yeah, it's like a style. And what that allows you to do is to have a bunch of different things. Yeah. I don't know. Some they're really good at doing that. Some are they like if you look at Steve-O's tattoos, they're a freaking mess. Maybe he has some cool ones, but like he also has a bunch of random weird stuff. I would say it's awful, but yeah, I don't know. There's something uh, I don't know endearing about ugly tattoos. It's like, oh, and I think everybody if they got tattooed uh, once or a few times, everybody has one of those. Everybody. It doesn't matter if it's small or if it's. You're gonna have one of those. It's just like I don't know, barrier to entry. And the other thing is that once you start, you don't like I'm always thinking about another tattoo I want to have, but yeah, need some money for that, and also wanting to go through the process. I think I'm going to leave this up to here. Yeah, thanks for joining. I appreciate it. and thanks for chatting. And yeah, yeah, no worries. Uh, so I'm gonna end the stream shortly. Thank you all for watching. I hope to see you next time. Um, yeah, I'll probably stream tomorrow earlier. It's gonna be like 8:50 as usual. And yeah, uh, consider subscribing, hitting that like, and all that good stuff. If you're watching this in the future and you have any questions, feel free to drop a question down below in the comments. But thank you all for watching. Yeah, no worries. Thank you for joining, Stephanie. All right, bye, guys.